right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Muse Africa. This is Muse Africa. As you know, my name is Derek, aka Raider, aka Drew. Today, I have a very special guest, a reggae dancehall artist of the year, a winner, and one of the greatest talents when it comes to music in Ghana. Epixode is my guest today on the show. Bro, what's happening?
Cool, bro.
I have a quick question before I go into everything I have to do, right? The dots in your faces, what does it symbolize? What is the meaning? What is this? What does it signify to Epixode?
I think it's a shaping my brand from just being a regular artist to artist that can be identified with a specific type of brand. The whole idea is, trying to, be trying to be recognized among the lots.
Okay.
And I couldn't do it any other way than to incorporate my art into the music because I'm a painter.
Yeah.
And, because over the years, people have known me for reggae and dancehall. It happens that most of the time, when you travel around the world, you tend to give all the credits to the Jamaicans. So, we it through and find out that there should be something that we can add to the brand that can let people understand where we're coming from. And there was no other way than to add, a little touch of African vibe to it. And if you see this, you see Depot. If you see this, you see Fela. So basically, yeah, it's just me being an African with a universal touch.
That's incredible. Happy belated Father's Day to you as well. I mean, I couldn't personally.
Thank you.
When I met you on Sunday, that was my bad.
Thank you.
My end. But being a father, describe the feeling to us. What is it like to be a father and to be an artist and to be a painter as well?
I think it's one of the greatest feelings to ever be a father. Initial stage, I don't know. With me personally, there was a little bit of fear, getting to know that I was entering into, that adult space to be a father. Because then you're asking yourself questions that, Charlie, am I capable of, trying to take care of somebody else? Because you said if you not take care of yourself, finish. But it's been 5 years already, and then to see that I have somebody who looks up to me, somebody who wakes up in the morning and go like, Daddy, I found this on the internet. I did this, Daddy. It's quite amazing, and it's a very good learning process for me as an individual, as a growing father, to be able to shape a very good career for my kid. In the kind of space that we find ourselves, where we are most of the time lured by what we see on the internet and what goes around. I'm always careful about how I trod, knowing that I have a younger one looking at me.
Okay. All right. Now, the genre that you find yourself in is very, very disturbing, so to speak, because of what is affiliated to dancehall and reggae. Understand? Basically, your perfect balance is dancehall. Now, has she, ever since you have a daughter, affected your music in any way in terms of lyrics, in terms of positioning of your songs and stuff like that?
I think yes and no. Yes, because you're looking at 10 years from now. Would she be proud to call you a father? Would she be proud enough to, point fingers at you and let her peers or her friends listen to the songs that you've done? And no, too, in a sense that I can't say because I'm a father, then I need to be strict about the kind of work we do. Hey, we have the Kardashians there who have kids, but they still, do what they have to do to get the bread. So for me, there should always be a balance. If I know that I'm going a certain way that it's not good for the kid to see, I try position the Epixode brand in the space where it doesn't conflict with my personal or my private life.
Yeah.
But I'm always directed in a very good manner, in a very good way of trying to build a very good legacy for her as well. Not for her alone, but for the next generation. That aside everything, aside the hype and everything, we still run back to the family. So the family needs to be proud that we are out there and that we're putting a very good name to whatever they have left behind.
Okay, now still on your daughter and fatherhood, are we seeing her become a different version of Epixode, or you're not gonna force it? nature just work on its own stuff.
Yeah, I think it's with our family per se. Everybody has got the musical touch in there, but nobody is forced into that space. Even me, there was a time that I was asked to stop music. But growing, it definitely came out naturally because maybe we're born to do it. There's a little trace of me in there. When I see her now, she's very smart when it comes to music, and she's very particular about even the kind of songs that she likes. So it means that she has it in there. But then again, I'm not going to force her. I think I would only direct her if she loves to do it. And the only prayer is that she doesn't get to suffer like some of us. Yeah, we should be able to build a very good legacy and a very good. She should be comfortable if she wants to do music. She should be protected. She should be financially good, so that she's not put in a space where she has to beg anybody for anything and she'll be taking advantage of anything. So for me, it's a very good question, and it's all right. I have to do the double work to make sure.
Yes, exactly. I mean, with your experience and with what you've studied so far in the music industry, in the music business as an award-winning artist, I mean, there's a level of experience where you can guide her through what she needs to do. So hopefully, maybe we get to see her be the next, father and daughter collaboration, which would be incredible.
Definitely.
Now, away from family, and let's talk about what we need to talk about right now, because you have a new single out called ATIA. Am I speaking?
Yes, ATIA.
Exactly. Now,
ATIA, yeah.
What is ATIA? Is it the tree version of shouting on someone?
No, ATIA is actually a short version of ATIA Donko. It's just a smart way of trying to keep it simple for people to remember. ATIA Donko, I think, is too long, and I found out that somebody even had a song like that. So it's just ATIA for a short version of ATIA Donko. Yeah.
Okay. Now, as an artist, you guys have so many ways to draw inspiration for music. Where did ATIA just come into the mind of Epixode to record a song and shorten the word actually to ATIA?
So funny enough, the song was built up on just a bass line of a song from Barry's Harmons. I had the bass line one morning, like my normal morning reggae routine, where I get to play songs and listen to, a vast collection of songs. And then I had the bass line, like, oh, this sounds good. And they kept ringing in my head. Atia don't go be better. Atia don't go be better. That was a melody that came in. So I had to rush inside. And this is where I actually recorded the song. If I'm allowed to show you around, this is the studio where the song. I think this is the most top class studio I've seen in Ghana. I haven't seen one yet, but yeah, this
on
is
record.
This Humbler Studios. Yeah.
Amazing.
And this is where we recorded ATIA. Everything was produced here, from the live instruments and everything. And the genius behind the song, his name is Gomez. He stands father. That's father side. Yeah. So yeah, Gomez and I were working on my album, and then we just decided to put that one out because I feel like we haven't had enough reggae songs. I don't think we've dropped any reggae song this year, and the vibe is all right for the Ghanaian ear because it's more of like a local dialect in there with a little touch of a high life feel, and then with a live instrument. So yeah, we're just vibing in the studio, and then boom.
Like you're saying, we're gonna get more reggae songs. Does that mean that there's gonna be more reggae on that upcoming album, or is it gonna be mixed with dancehall, high life, and a little bit of male Afro?
Definitely. We're actually looking at redirecting the path and trying to create a reggae base of it, but give it a more indigenous Ghanaian sound, which we can't deny the fact that now Afrobeat is ruling the world. So as much as we want to do this because we love to do it, we need to also do it because we have to get paid. And to enter into specific topics and specific discussions, I think it's fair that you also pay attention to Afrobeat, and that's what we're also trying to do. So yeah, you would hear a touch of everything, a little of the dancehall, which people know me for, and you have the indigenous African sound, and maybe few of some reggae and stuff.
All right. Now, recently, predominantly, Chi has been one of the most biggest language found in your music. What's happening? Like, vernacular is becoming more in your music. That wasn't the episode that we were used to. What is happening?
Yeah.
Is there direction to that?
It's growth. there's growth with every artist. You know, we started off just loving what we were doing in the sense that if the friends around me just love me doing raga every day, yeah, we love it, and then we mainstream. But then again, we should understand from the fact that the episode you had 5 years ago is not an episode today. You know, we're growing in every aspect, and you're hearing local dialect more because I feel like we need to tone it down for the people to understand what we're saying. You know, there's so much of the raga. Me mama on tia say, "Mm, mami no jiji." You know, and it will be nice for us to have, you know, that kind of vibe where the language shouldn't actually describe the magnitude of the sound, or where the song is going to reach. You have the likes of Diamond Platinum, they don't sing English, they sing Swahili and Kiswahili, but they have crazy numbers.
Yeah.
So I decided to actually do this from, I think it started from Kotona, sorry, you know, till now. There's always a little bit of a local dialect in there for me. This particular song, which is ATIA, the focus is to bring the old feel of the raga. I wouldn't even say dancehall, because when it started here, it wasn't dancehall, it was raga.
Yeah.
Where you have the likes of the Sonny Bali's, rest in peace. You have the Terry Bone Chakers,
Yeah.
you know, the Prekeys, the Baroskis, the Saminis, the Yogi Dogis. Do it in a style which had a foreign feel, but a local vibe to it. And that's what I did with the song.
Okay, amazing. That's incredible. And that's actually a pretty good answer. Now, are we going to get a visual for Atiam? Because so far there's no visuals. We're just enjoying the sound.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Before we bring we release the official video, we're actually going to release series of contents from visual content from Atiam. There's a live performance of Atiam, myself, and then the all-female band in Ghana called Lipstick Band,
Okay.
where they get to do a rendition of it. There's a series of them. You would have different artists do renditions of Atiam, highlight versions, the jazz versions, dancehall versions, calypso versions of all these ones, just trying to create content out of it, and then to push the Atiam agenda before we release the official video. And you know the kind of work I put in when I'm working on my visuals. So I just don't want to rush it. But trust me, it's going to be one that Ghanaians are still going to clap for an amazing job done.
Okay. All right. Now, you mentioned the likes of past raga artists like Terry Bonchaka, Sonny Bali May, so rest in peace.
Yeah.
Were these the heavy influences for episode coming up?
Yeah, I think nobody can dispute the fact that every artist in the early 2000s, every dancer or reggae, you know, youth who wanted to be as big as they are or they used to be, you can't live a day without listening to these artists. It was just a few of us who were exposed to the international market more, where we get to listen to the likes of Ninja Mans and Toot and Maters, you know, the Shabbas and Bone Tequilas and all of that. But you come down and then you would have the Saminis there. And I was fortunate enough to go around these people. I grew up in Dansoma, you know, so, and that part, as at that time, had the reggae dancehall influence. All of these artists spring out from that side there. Yogi Dogis, you know, Zylo, Kombolo, you have Jumanjikal and Zymatikal, a whole lot of artists, you know, then to the Bandanas and the Saminis and Yogis and all of these people. So for me, growing up as a young reggae lover and a young dancehall artist, it was just a blessing to find myself around these people and then to learn from them.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Now, music promotion has taken a twist, not just in Ghana, but across the world. Social media is a very integral part in making this a successful way to promote your music. Now, recently, there's been conversations online that from certain people and, you know, from certain influencers from a certain app called TikTok, saying if you don't bring your song to them, you need to forget about promoting your music or actually reaching a very wide audience. Do you believe in this narrative?
Yes and no. You know, I think every time and season with the trends and the directions. First, it used to be that you have to get your song be played by the top DJs. Then it came into the time where you would have to get your song be featured by top DJs, you know, and mind you, there used to be the era of the CD days. Even we have the 45 dub plates, and it came down to CDs and minute discs, and then Discman and MP3, and you know, so yeah, they have a point, but you see, it's very sad when they feel like it has to be only them to make songs hit, which I stand to be corrected. I feel like there are so many places in Ghana where you have people who don't use phones, but definitely you have songs hitting from that side as well. So we should applaud them for trying to help, but it doesn't mean that automatically if you give a song to them, it's going to be a hit. It's like trying to tell me that every song that has Wizkid on is a big hit, you know, or every song that has Sarkodie's feature on is a big hit. It's very disrespectful for them to say that, knowing that they are just 1 or 2% out of them. And funny enough, all these songs that are topping charts are not only because of TikTok. You would have, you know, PR works and different works done underground and behind the scenes for it to be more visible on TikTok. You know, so it's all right. And can we also say that they are the reason why the songs also die early? Because the very moment a next trend comes, then the whole attention is shifted from one particular promotion or one particular song to the next one, which makes the longevity or the lifespan of the song very short. So the very way we're looking at the advantages, we also have to look at the disadvantages. But hey, that is the era. You can't disrespect that.
Okay, and now in your recent interview on Sunday with Ken Lagazi on Yasadins, you actually criticized the reggae dancehall fraternity for not doing much with music promotion. What do you can you break that down a little bit for me? What do you think
yes
the industry is doing that is not actually promoting or projecting the music out there?
Okay. You know, big up all the reggae artists. I think we've done an amazing job from moving it from the streets or the ghettos to mainstream.
Okay.
But then again, you can't dispute the fact that there are other artists who have stronger bases, stronger fan base, stronger links, stronger team, stronger plugs to make sure their songs enter spaces where reggae dancehall doesn't. Now, you know, I would only say that because looking from where we get to mix up music with religion or culture. That's a problem. You know, you would have some Rasta people who say that they don't listen to some of us because, you know, we dress certain ways and they use certain words for us. But then again, if Kiddy wins Dancehall Song of the Year, he deserves it because it is not dancehall artists. That's the mistake people are doing. I can be a gospel artist and still drop a song which has a dancehall feel in there and can get nominated for that. So if he wins that, you can't disrespect that because his song was big.
Okay.
So until we get to have dancehall songs owned by dancehall artists to get to that level, we can't complain. You know, and it's nobody's fault, it's our fault. Anybody who's supporting this journey has to actually understand that it has just moved from just being a ghetto music to a business, which is feeding families, is feeding people. So the energy we put in trying to celebrate other journeys, just like the journeys are doing, the Afrobeats are getting to play in bigger platforms and everything. If we all can understand to put these energies behind it, then we'll definitely have big songs. Imagine as I drop ATIA being a reggae song. Imagine the whole reggae fraternity is behind the song. It will definitely get to a place where it will be matched up with the likes of any other song which is dropped by a non-reggae dancer artist. So until we push our things to those levels, we don't have to complain.
Okay, I definitely understand. Yeah. So there's lack of support from other artists doing the same genre, and that's
exactly. Because bro, trust me, as we drop ATIA, it took a hip hop artist to endorse it on Twitter.
Yeah, I
Big up
saw that on
Sarkodie any
Saturday.
day,
Yes.
anywhere.
Yes.
You know, so if imagine it's a hip hop song, and you have 5 hip hop artists to endorse it, it means that it's gonna get big. So if we, the reggae artists, are sitting down for a high life or hip hop artists to endorse our songs before we gravitate to it, then that's the problem.
Okay, I see. Now,
You
if
understand?
somebody opens
Yeah,
up for a remix, are you down for it, or is it gonna say, it's not your?
definitely. Why not? Why not? Because we've known Sarkodie, and then he has a little good history about the reggae songs. You know, every reggae song that he has done over the years has been an amazing vibe. The one with Samini, and then he has dropped the dancehall song featuring Stoneboy and Jupiter. So I know his love for reggae and dancehall. If he comes in for it, I'm really, really honored to open up for him to do it. But until then, the strength is to be channeled into the original song for it to get to a level. Yeah.
Now, speaking of Episode, if there's one thing that I know stands out about Episode, apart from his incredible talent as a musician, it has to do with his stagecraft. Now, Episode is known as very energetic. Like, Episode comes stage, yo, we need a whole room full of nothing just to make sure that he performs. But lately, he's changed. He become more subtle, quiet. What's happening? We're getting more romantic Episode. What's going on? Is the baby
Nothing
changing?
has changed.
It's like what's
No,
happening?
no. Nothing has changed. The focus is actually to get a number one song right now. Is to be able to be booked for certain platforms, and then make sure that we are able to channel that energy same way back. If you watch from our VGMAs 2 years ago and even last year, it was the same episode, But then again, I believe that every stage demands a certain type of energy and a certain type of, craft. And that is how come I'm able to tone down to also feed the other audience who don't know Episode.
Okay.
I can't deny the fact that there are people who don't know Episode. So when you get to certain spaces where, there should be a difference between my performance in Nima and a performance in conference center and a performance at the stadium. And that is what I'm trying to leverage, being an artist who is growing in this.
Okay.
So nothing has changed. Don't be amazed if you see me jumping around.
Okay. Now, you talked about working on your album. What's the progress now? What are we at? 20%, 70, 60, 50? What percentage of the album is done already?
So trust me, like 3 albums are ready.
Okay.
There's the Explicit album, which is the 69925 album. It's an Explicit album. That one is ready. And then the one that I'm working with Gomez, that one too, amazing. It has more of a live renditions and live recorded album. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
So the albums are ready. The thing now is strategies to release, and then the time frame to release. And me being an artist, everybody know I don't rush to put out projects. So there's a careful thought in trying to make it sound good, just like ATIA. We did with ATIA. Trust me, there were so many musicians employed to play instruments in there, and to have an amazing producer like Gomez, which I always loud him out. I think these are people that actually Ghanaians need to pay attention to. This man is here scoring international movies and all of those things, not just Cubase and Fruity Loops, So there's a whole lot of work going on with the album, and I just don't want to rush it. But I'm sure by the end of the year we'll definitely get an EP or something.
Oh, okay. So we're not getting the album this year.
We're getting EP this year.
No, wait, we're not getting the album. We're getting an EP.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it, bro.
All right. Now, what was the most challenging thing about recording ATIA? Well, was it a smooth, easy process, or there was some bit of challenges? Because I know for creating music, there's sometimes a bit of a challenge.
I'm still trying to think about the challenge. I think the only challenge was a gamma trying to sing cheap to sound good. That was the only challenge, because I have all the melodies and I went to school in Nkoko, so there's a little bit cheap in there.
Yeah.
But you say it and then they go like, no, that is not how to say it. Say it like this. That was the only challenge, but it was a smooth process from the production to, getting mixed and mastered, and for people to sample it and hear if it's a good part. It was really a smooth one for me, trust me.
All right. Now, Africa is becoming more known with one particular sound, and it's been taking over Europe, I mean, North America, everywhere. Even the Grammys have seen a bit of improvement of that particular sound, and that's Afrobeats. Now, would you say with the emergence of Afrobeats, dancehall is declining?
Yes, yes. I can't lie. 5 years ago, I would say that the biggest on the market from Ghana was dancehall, as much as people were doing other kind of genres. But then again, the whole world is eating from a different plate right now. So we tend to also feed people what they want, because as much as we're doing what we love, it's a market, it's business. So there's more of Afrobeat channeling from this side. And don't be amazed if it changes in a few years. The most important thing that has to be remained is the identity as an African on those platforms. Now, big up all these artists who have actually laid down their lives. All of us, being in this era, trying to push, our sound to the world, and that is what the world is gravitating to. And that's what the world is listening to right now. So, of course, if you have Burna Boys on the Grammys and featuring all these artists that we dream of, Stonebwoy featuring Champo and Pate Rankin entering spaces, myself entering spaces. So it means that the world's eye is on the African market and African sound now, which I think we have to make the best use of it before it switch.
Okay.
If another market takes over, then that Afrobeat will go down. Imagine there's a new wave from China. They have a big market. They have loads of people. It means that they're going to change the African sound.
Yeah.
So even though we would have influences from different places, you have Afro Latin, you have Afro jazz, Afro this. The most important thing is try to push it to a level where it will be here forever.
Okay. All right. Amazing. Now, what are your views on dancehall actually from Africa? How do you think it's going to go global, just like Afrobeats has been able to reach the masses in the global market?
I think first and foremost, dancehall artists from Africa need to understand what we do. Not to say that we don't understand what we're doing, but there's a big difference from knowing what you're doing and doing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So here is who that. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So, this is like I'm saying, this is a story of an African who is trying to preach about things he doesn't know of. Because everything that happens in the on the Jamaican soil, or things they sing about in their music, are things that really happen. The killings and the drive-bys and all of those things. So when you hear Jamaicans say, "My boss may gone," and all those things, these are things that really happen. And it sounds cliche if a Ghanaian artist is saying that. So I believe that first and foremost, we need to know what we are preaching. We need to actually understand the elements that makes a sound dancehall. You get me? And we should be able to move it and change certain misconceptions about the genre so that the corporate world can embrace it. Because already we have that kind of gangster look, and then these boys, they don't respect. And because
exceptions, yeah.
If an a dancer artist has to pull up in a corporate world, we need to be able to make it clean. And thanks to some of our brothers and myself trying to keep it clean, that's how come you have all these endorsement deals coming in for some of the dancer artists. So for it to get to the international world, I think we need to be able to understand it, that the world has moved from an analog age to a digital age, and Rasta, or if we attribute it to Rasta or Rastafari, it also has to move into that space. Okay. I bet you that if Nkrumah or Selassie was around this time, it would have been on Twitter.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So we as reggae artists or dancer artists can still be living in those ages where we make it look like, yeah, Rasta belongs in the cave and all those things. No, this is business. You'd have Rihanna trying to do a reggae song.
Yeah.
You have artists who are not even Jamaicans win reggae album. So it means that the world is growing. So we from this side also need to grow.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can say.
All right.
We need to grow.
All right. Now we've talked too much serious stuff. We've looked at ATIA. Let's play a little game to ease down, and then we'll wrap up a little bit. Now, as a dancehall artist, let me ask you this, and as a reggae dancehall artist, let me ask you this: between these two, what are you going to do? Proto-G or Chronix?
Chronix.
Why Chronix?
Chronix, because I feel like Proto-J is more of I listen to Proto-J because of more of he's a verse kind of artist. It's like let me see this comparison. No, to me, I think Chronix cut across.
Okay.
You know, and being a singer, I listen to Chronix more. Proto-J, yeah, I love the songs. And even the most biggest Proto-J song I like is the one that Chronix did the chorus. Okay. So for me, I love Chronix.
Okay. Which of the Malian sons is your favorite artist?
Damon.
Okay. All right.
Damon.
All right. Yeah. Vibes Cartel or Mavado?
Sheesh, World Boss any day. World Boss any day. Vibes any day.
Why Vibes?
I came from that era of being a clash artist, you know, so to see the man being super versatile. Yo, we need to celebrate this. This guy's in jail, but he's still topping charts.
Yes, exactly.
You know, yeah. Movado has got that kind of good inspirational side of him, but where we grew from is the battlefield. So it's vibes. It's vibes.
And talking about battlefield, who do you think in Ghana can stand on the same clash, on the same 10 toes with Epixode? Call out anybody.
Oh, make them come. Anybody. You go call out. We were ready. We be vegetarian, but we love beef. So we make ready for anybody.
Okay. Let's take it a little bit old school. Between Daddy Lumba and Kojo and Chi, who do you think has the better sound? Wow, I know
better sound. I didn't even listen to it well.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to it well. I think I'll choose personally. I'll choose Kojo over Lumba. Because same, it has a reggae base for me. Kojo is more reggae oriented, yeah. And Kojo's sound for me is more soothing and Charlie, even though is a love song, I love Kojo. I love Kojo.
All right. What was the last song Epixode listened to?
The last song I listened to is a song by Jacob Banks.
Okay.
Jacob Banks, Slow Up. Don't you go up on me. Keep your mind stroking your afro. Don't you grow up on me. Yeah, Slow Up.
What does Jacob means to Epixode?
Jacob is an artist who influences me from a different side. On a regular, you would not find me listening to so much reggae songs when I'm alone. Oh. My playlist is actually a 10% reggae dancehall. And then you have artists who people don't pay attention to, you know, like the Jacob Bangs. There's a Masego in there.
Oh,
you
wow.
know, there's FKJ. You know, there's different type of artists. It's just because I love to listen wide, and it also helps me grow as an artist. And my favorite is actually country music. You know, so there's a Dolly Parton. Yes, I grew up on country, so Dolly Parton is my greatest. And there's Kenny Rogers, there's Jim Reeves. So yeah, I'm a country boy.
Okay, all right. 2022 has, we've passed 6 months already. We're, going into the next half of the month. Epixode, what's the plans? What do fans expect? What are we going to see after ATIA has dropped?
Yeah, so we're dropping a next single after ATIA, which, if I should put the title out, title is Nyash. Oh, but ATIA gets Nyash right now. So yeah, we're dropping a Nyash.
Okay.
Just be on the lookout. This year, I'm also trying to launch a new brand called Step on Racks. It's a custom made racks company that we're working on. So yeah, Step on Racks is there. The sneaker customization company is also going on, and then also There's a plan of trying to shoot videos for some upcoming artists.
Oh, okay.
You know, just like I promised them last year, after holding the seminar for the upcoming dancehall artists, I gave them plaques. I want to also go a step further to try get visuals for them. So yeah, my videography side, I'm also working on learning and trying to perfect it, because I know people don't really know me for that. The last video I dropped with Stoneboy, that's Jehovah. I was privileged enough to do like 80% of the work, you know, from directing to editing. Yes, which I've always been doing for my videos. So this time around, I want to also channel that energy out to the young and upcoming ones. So yeah, this year is going to be good. From dropping Nyash, ATIA is doing good, waiting for the video, and then the other renditions, and then we're dropping Nyash and then the EP.
Okay, so we're getting videos for up and coming artists. We're getting Nyash. ATIA now get Nyash. We finish that. We will see
Yes.
episode or something.
Yes.
Bro, you are doing incredible. ATIA is out there. So for you guys, ATIA is out there. It's on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, anywhere you stream music. Please do not download. Stream the music. We are
Charlie.
Streaming is easy.
Thank you.
Less than the money.
I know, right?
Girlfriend. ATIA 7
I know, right?
So just
ATIA no go take that too.
So take that 10 CD, stream episodes music, go on his YouTube, subscribe to the channel. As soon as the video drops, you're gonna be the first to get it and watch the episode. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I have so much fun talking to you. Hopefully we meet again next time, because we meet Sunday. You know, if we talk plenty.
I know if you vibe, yeah, Charlie. But I really appreciate it.
What is that one award that you're looking for after VGMA is out of your checklist?
Afrima.
Okay.
Afrima. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to Afrima. And I already got nominated for IRAMAS. That's the International Reggae Awards. Yes. And thanks to my Zambia family, I woke up this morning with 3 nominations in the Zikoro Music Award.